Everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays West of Loathing, where we purge the Daveyard of all those spooky skeletons. And now we're going back to deliver the recipe to the chef, which, I don't know, maybe it'll give me access to some better slop or something, so I can get better buffs. You come upon a wrecked and abandoned stagecoach lying at the side of the trail, surrounded by large clawed footprints in the dust. They look like Gila monster tracks. Lots of them. Investigate. You can't tell if the coach was attacked by Gila monsters or they scavenged it after the fact, but they definitely seemed, pardon me, interested in whatever it was carrying, which is strange because a weather-beaten sign on the side of the coach says Bookmobile. The doors have been torn off the hinges and the coach is empty apart from a single book lying in the dust. Cross your fingers. Safe Kraken. Safe Kraken. Walking stupid? What is that? Walking stupid. Okay, we got so much experience to spend as well. This tells the tale of a renegade sheriff who was really, really bad at walking. Unlocks stupid walking as an option. You got a perk, stupid walking. When you were a child, you wanted to walk so badly. You finally have. Get it? You've walked so badly. You accidentally dropped the book, then ruined it by stepping on it 30 times when you're trying to pick it up. Oh no. Okay, give me a little character sheet. Does this just make us walk? Oh my god. For the rest of the game, we're doing this crap? Oh no. I love it, but I also sort of hate it. But mostly I love it. Got that recipe yet? The one my jerk friend Dave J took to his grave? Yeah, I got it. Hey, thanks a million, buddy. Now my slop will be world famous. Here, let me give you a little something for all your trouble. It fell in the slop, but it's still good. A sloppy top hat. The old sloppy toppy, they call this. +3 moxie, all in a day's work. Anything else? I ain't got nothing else for you to do. If you want some of my world famous slop, you can buy it. You can buy some just like anybody else out in the saloon. Well, it should be better now, right? Like it's all spiced up. We're skating now. Well, let me check. Our hat is +4 moxie because of the snakeskin hat band. The sloppy top hat is +3 moxie, so I don't think we need that right now. You got anything? Nothing. I just want to see if this guy's got like some new anything for sale. I don't believe so. Well, we might as well just keep looting the stuff that's out here then and discovering new quests en route. You find a crate lying by the side of the road. Its lid knocked loose. It has fell off the back of a card limited stenciled on the side, which seems a bit on the nose, but hey, free stuff is free stuff. Open it up. We got a lasso, which is basically a stun, and a full canteen, which I think gives you action points. It refreshes your action points or something. All right, let's see what's going on out here. I gotta admit, dude, these are some silly walks. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Read it. A record of the events of the expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887, as recorded by Jim Plackwright. More plaques as we get further in then. Oh, that's a good one. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Read it. Having acquired through various and sundry means, a story which is interesting in its own right, but better saved for another time, a map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Black Cole Jr. in the years before the cows came home. I, Jim Plackwright, along with 3 compatriots, those being Nathaniel Wyman, Cyrus Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Our equipment and provisions consisted of 1 cart and a horse to pull it, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, and a mining pick, and a large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions and cookware, my own collection of blank plaques and engraving tools, 1 large and shaggy dog, and a butt for. Because what's a butt for? For pooping, silly. After traveling for 2.5 days to the south and east, we arrived at a small town called Dirtwater, the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave. Leaving the dog to watch the horses, the 4 of us entered the local saloon, and each ordered a beer except Cy, who was satisfied with water. What a story, Mark. The barman provided our drinks as requested, and then withdrew a small wooden box from underneath the bar, asking us if we'd care to witness something real interesting. Considering we had still quite a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked him if he knew the way to Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but gave us rough directions, which correlated nicely with the notes on our map. So the bartender has a box with something real interesting in it. We should talk to him. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the but-for and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog had absconded with one of the horses, forcing Nate and Cy, after a drawing of lots, to share. After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement but-for, we headed out into the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us, though we took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more intolerable if we made this expedition during the summer months rather than November. In order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming dazed from the heat and susceptible to desert mirages, we exchanged stories of our youth, which I will not be retelling here for reasons of length. Thank you for the salvation. However, I will relate to you 3 odd occurrences that happened to us during our trek through the desert. The first was 2 or 3 hours out of Dirtwater when Nate noticed a glint of sunlight upon a metallic object partially buried in the sand. This was revealed to be a brass oil lamp of foreign design and manufacture, which fortuitously still contained a quantity of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in the wagon along with our other tools. Nice bike. Our next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman who we discovered spoke excellent English. It inquired as to our destination, and we replied we were looking for Shaggy Dog Cave, though we did not disclose the reason for our journey. The goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course and mentioned that he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed and continued on our way. Sometime later, we encountered a large adobe hut occupied by 2 identical-seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. This struck me as peculiar given that there were 2 of them, but I felt it would be rude to question them on that point. It never ends, dude. One of the hermits confided that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brother said was true. They also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed. The hermits refreshed our water supply in exchange for 1 but-for, and we continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. Finally, after 2 more hours, we finally arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave. Carefully keeping our excitement in check lest we become incautious, we unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite in the cool shade of the cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug unpocketed and shared the egg he had been saving from our basket that had been stolen in Dirtwater. Once we were rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. My god, dude. Discovering we'd neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light source with which to illuminate the cave, we declared that it was indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered the antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and then lit the wick, and we were relieved to discover that it lit easily and provided an adequate amount of light. I'm begging you, dude. I'm dying here. As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse. There were no side passages which might cause us to become lost. I can't even read English words anymore. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress through the cave and engrave them with the tale of our journey, such that others who discovered the cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. But please, what happens after that? Soon we came to the end of the tunnel. While Nate, Cy, and Doug took turns with the excavation, I completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before Cy's shovel struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise, and we hauled in a traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. Is that the final plaque? The chest was locked with an ancient and rusting iron padlock, which we broke easily with a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique oil lamp shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining ingots of precious metals, just as promised by the legends of Black Coal Jr. Joyous at our triumph. We loaded the chest into our wagon and began the journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your own endeavors be equally successful. Signed, Jim Plackwright. Jim. Oh, this is too nihilistic for me. We just spent like 5.5 minutes reading all this dialogue, but there's nothing for us here. It just existed to make me mad. I'm not sure I can handle that. And by not sure I can handle that, I mean, I'm fine. Just a lot of reading. You know what? You got me. But that's not going to discourage me from reading dialogue in the future. You think you can one-up me? Game developers? I don't think so. I was born in the freaking darkness. How far along? Oh, we're at the front. Just walk away. Should have just walked away from the get-go, dude. So Shaggy Dog Cave actually sucks. But this walk is awesome. Let's go to... I mean, we haven't been to the railroad camp yet. We might as well knock it out, right? A nearby hissing sound alerts you to the presence of a snake, or at least something that sounds like a snake, which turns out to be a goblin cooking flapjacks on a flat and baking hot rock. The grayish batter sizzles as the goblin pours out some more, and then they look up and give you a surprised look. Hey, what? What, a human? Hey, what to doing out here? You? You the thieving flapjacks, maybe? Nope. We got goblin tongue. Let's talk to it. Be calm. I will not jack your flaps. Did I say that wrong? I will not flap your jock jams. To flapping? Please, what you to wanting? Well, I mean, distracted and pick its pocket. We got the hornswoggling ability. Obviously, we will. To waiting and looking behind. Many snakes to approaching, unheard, for flapjacks are sizzling. Snakes? These are a delicious ingredient. But I am seeing not snakes. Never to minding, I'm a steak. Perhaps a stick? Goodbye, I to leaving. 19 meat and 10 experience. That's not that much, but I'm okay with it. All right, we're at the railroad company. If I can hear you outside of the train, that frightens me. Get some soundproofing. This guy should never be put in charge of a switch. He's too busy playing with his watch to get any work done. Ask him where he got it. Say that's a nice watch, where'd you get it? I bought it from this gal what runs a store down south of here named a Button Willow. Button Willow Mick? Mick something. Where's the store exactly? Oh, you can't miss it. It's right in between a cactus and a different cactus. Cactus Bill's future wife, guaranteed. You discovered a new map location, Button Willow McKitterick's store. Thanks. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. All right. She's not getting much track laid, but she's an expert whistler. That was the, like, Rhapsody in Gold or whatever from the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly soundtrack, I think. You approach the beleaguered-looking man with the tiny glasses. Howdy there, who's in charge of this outfit? This is like me, but stronger. Howdy there, who's in charge of this outfit? If I'm being charitable, I'd say the fellow over there in the white hat is the foreman. He points at the man next to the huge pile of rocks. And if you're not, he smiles. Then I'd say the paper-backed idiot over there in the absurd white hat is the fellow you're looking for. Paper-backed fella in the absurd white hat. Same dude? No, don't speak to me. Paper-backed idiot over there in the absurd white hat. I mean, this... I see. Oh, so it's the same dude. He was just making fun of him. Hi, are you in charge? I was wondering if there's anything I can do to help. You want to know something? I love trains. Oh? Ever since I was a little boy, huge, magnificent, roaring iron beasts. They were magical to me, like dragons. When the opportunity arose to take on management of this rail line, I jumped on it like a shot. And you know what I learned? What's that? Organizing and building and running one of these operations is the most amazing pain in the ass that you'll ever imagine. You want to help? Congratulations, you're the new foreman. I'm going home to play with my models. All right, well, that's quite the promotion already here. I guess I'm the boss now. Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. The man looks you up and down. Well, now, I suppose that can't be any worse than the last clown. He extends his hand. Name's Smee. I'm your assistant. What's the situation? Well, I'm sure you didn't miss seeing this giant pile of rocks blocking our path. The surveyors say there isn't any other suitable mountain pass, so we can't reroute around it, even if we had the months it'd take. Any ideas? Well, by my calculations, we could dynamite it clear without too much trouble. Problem is, it would take a lot of dynamite. A year's worth, I figure. We used to keep that much on hand for emergencies such as this, but a pack of goblins stole it all, sneaky little varmints. Alright, I'll get it back for you. Good to hear it. The goblins are holed up in Gustavsen Gulch. It's a real rough place. You might want to spend some time getting the lay of the land and honing your fighting skills before you head that way. Especially if you plan to go in guns blazing. We don't need that specific dynamite, though. Any you can lay your hands on would be fine so long as there's enough of it. How much dynamite do we need? Because I have a few. Oh, we need a year's supply. Alright, as specific as it gets. Alright, we gotta go see Cactus Town. Which is Button Willow's store. Spot an old mine on the horizon. Abandoned mines are safe and fun to explore. Snake Pit Mine. Dude, any mine that could have snakes in it is good because we can use the oil. Even though we don't even need to use the oil because we're crushing everything right now. At first you're excited because you think this barrel is full of pickles, but then they turn out to be novelty rubber pickles. This barrel smells like pickles and looks like an empty pickles barrel. Nothing there. The woman behind the counter stares at you with a huge grin on her face. She gestures at the goods that she's got for sale. Hammer. We have a lot of meat. I think we should buy a crowbar. I think we should buy the hammer. Modern snake oiler. I think we should buy the pickaxe as well. Now we got all the tools we could need. Buy a needle. Buy mind your meat. Gets the bed. It's a bartering skill, it looks like. Dude, that was pretty sick. Oh, so you use binoculars at a high vantage point like the one in that camp, and then you can find a new map location. Why not? So I know we got way too much stuff, but we're getting meat like hand over fist, dude. So mind your meat. Gives you the Dickerin skill. Okay. 10% discount at stores. Might never pay for itself, but that's fine. After you're done reading it, you use your newfound skills to pawn it off on a wide-eyed rube for 60 meat. Hey, that's going to lower the break-even point. Then we get another issue of Modern Snake Oiler. Get good medicine, recover HP in combat, free sample of cologne that'll make your spleen bigger, or gives Shootin' Nanny, a skill that lets you fire a whole bunch of bullets at random targets. So you might say Shootin' Nanny, dude. Of course you want Shootin' Nanny. But I don't think we need any more skills because we're running out of action points. A heal might be good, but we haven't needed it yet. On the other... Well, we're going to use all our action points, usually with fan hammers, so I don't think we need good medicine. I think we'd rather have big spleen, as boring as that might seem. Which allows us to... I don't know. Consume more spleen-related foods? Yo, where's... There's no female cactuses here. Oh, wait, no, that's our partner. Okay. Well, let's go to the Gustafsson. Let's go to the mine first. I mean, we did just get a pickaxe. This is like a side questing episode. Snake Pit Mine. It's a meat vein. Mine it. 51 meat and a meat nugget. Nothing wrong with that. You look at the mining equipment, you have no idea what any of it does. Ask Susie to explain it to you, or explain it to Susie. I'm not gonna mansplain or mindsplain the mining equipment to Susie. I'll ask her to explain it to me. Hey Susie, do you have any idea how any of this stuff works? No. Well, what if I explain it to her? Hey Susie, I just wanted to tell you about this mining stuff. Okay. So this first machine here, this is an automatic methane dissolver. This thing over here, this thing is used to extract wet sandstone and then blast it. Keep going. And this third machine is an igneous sulfur dredger. It converts jack rock into a credit deposit. We got Minesplainer! You're a real expert. You'll gain XP when interacting with mining stuff. Nice. Problem solved. Female cactus. Female cactus. Female cactus. Well, let's go. Oh, wait, there's one more cactus down there. I did see those eyes peering out at me. You can see a snake coiled up in the little hole. Pull it out and punch it. Dude, I'm just being honest with you. You stand no chance. Snakes will be slain by me. We got snake venom bladder. We got coal snake skin. Can we apply that to our hat yet again? Put it on your hat to add 3 moxie? Dude. Oh, we can't have 2 hat bands on the same hat. So, actually, at this point, we could apply the sloppy top hat, and that's plus 3 moxie. And then apply the coal snakeskin to it and add another 3. And then we got plus 6 moxie as a result of the hat, I think. Yeah, instead of the floppy derby is plus 4. So that's 2 moxie up. Dude, we have not spent our experience, have we? 158. I think we should get more experience. Or sorry, more AP. Because then we can use strong medicine, up our skills, and then shoot with fan hammer. So what gives us AP? Gumption. Dude, give me even one more. That's fine by me. And keep cranking some points into damage. We got 16 Moxie right now. We should be doing, like, crushing levels of damage with Fan Hammer, combined with the extra ability here. Mind-splaining bonus. Just some random stuff. I'm cool with that. There's a smoking snake in this smoking hole. Check this out. So now we have 4 action points. So first, I'm gonna... Oh, it's 2 AP? We need a little bit more experience then. 33 to 36 total damage. We didn't even get to use all of our abilities there. So we got a snake liver and another coal snake skin. Those just go on hats, unfortunately. Can of oil, dynamite, smelling salts. This den is full of snake eggs. Wait a minute. Can I get one more level of... I need 80 experience to get one more level of grit. Somebody left their pick here. I just spent 1,000 meat on pickaxes, dude. These all have 1 HP, so I'm assuming they're gonna hatch this turn. But they're... Oh, they have 21 HP? That's pretty high, dude. Presumably they're not immune to poison. Maybe they get older every turn as well. I'll tell you what. Let's drink up and see how our stats change. 13 to 14 stench damage. If it does 13 or 14, they should die if they get poisoned. Might as well get the biggest one ready to kill by the next turn. Whiff, that's lucky. You're dead. And another whiff. We are gods. 10 will kill you. You have 19. If we hit for 14, you will die. Nice. Okay. Good strategy, dude. Plus 3 venom. That's pretty good. 59 meat, 30 more experience. Easy encounter. And another meat vein. Dude, this mine turned out, like, pretty swell. So if you're wondering why I feel like I need more AP, it's because I want to be able to do the stat bonus and then fan shooter, and we should be able to kill, like, literally any basic enemy that we come across in, like, one go. Oh, no. I want to go to Gustavsson Gulch. You find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read property of Fort Alldead Library. The bag is full of books, mostly boring military field manuals. You do find one of interest to you, though. It's another issue of Modern Snake Oiler. I feel like I'm getting outrageously overpowered. I love it. You get Expert Poisoner, a passive skill that multiplies the amount of poison you apply to enemies when you poison them. So 100% we're going to take that over healing or reducing a target's moxie. When you apply poison, you apply 3 times as much. That's insane. It's a tuna cactus. Yeah, fight the cow is no problem, dude. 86 HP. Okay, so we still don't have 5, but 10 to 11 stench damage. It will also do 15 poison. So, like, this thing's gonna get crapped on. Or 39 to 42 total damage. We can't do that twice in a row. So I think we actually want to, like, hit it with the poison first. Yeah, it's got 15 poison. Then we'll construct some cover in front of us. That's not that bad. We're gonna be fine. So now he's got 30 poison stacked up. We are gods. We are more or less like literal bosses at this point. So Susie's become stronger. We got extra thick leather. This is because we have that one knife equipped. Tainted beefsteak, 15 experience. That might give us enough to get an extra level of grit. It does. Wait, what's our maximum AP? It's still 4. Is it grit or gumption? It's gumption. That's my bad. Wait, when do we get one more level of AP? We might need like 2 levels of grit. All right. Point taken. There's a rope tied to the fence post. We get a length of rope. Dig through the haystack. We get a needle. Always comes in handy. There's something buried in the smoldering embers. We got a red-hot poker. Deals hot damage instead of physical. But we don't really want to equip it because we're getting good mats out of the other enemies, I think. Or out of the other weapon, I should say. Plus, we never want to use our knife, basically. I think. You notice some words carved into the side of the outhouse. Curly was here. Wait a second. You recognize the name. Curly! Curly Butterfield, the legend of Curly's meat. Looks like maybe this outhouse is worth investigating. I think that was one of the books we read in our home. Luckily, you don't have to actually go inside the outhouse because once you open the door, you find a map scratched onto the inside of it. The map reveals the location of a mine just west of the ranch labeled Coal Ridge. You discovered a new map location, Coal Ridge Mine. There's an inset map of the mine itself with a big X scrawled between 3 strange triangular icons. There's an inset map of the mine itself with a big X scrawled between 3 strange triangular icons. Okay. Okay. So that's probably where we would assume that there would be treasure. We can't pick the barn lock. To your horror, you see that every single cow in the Butterfield dairy herd is now an ungulith, an infernal cow spirit bound in stone. They're not dangerous unless you get near them. 46. You're done. He has 1 HP. Oh, she has the ability to tie enemies up now. I don't think that'd use the lasso. A Menudo Geode. Increases your moxie by 6 for the rest of the day. Sometimes a pocket of intestine remains behind when a cow undergoes the transition to an infernal ungulith. You get 1 of these, a stone sphere full of boiling tripe. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, dude, walk amongst them. Crush them. 46 HP. Get dusted, young. I just want to see. It also poisoned for 45. So, oh, it's immune to poison, though. But still, dude. So actually we're dealing, like, if enemies can get poisoned, we're doing, like, infinity damage. We're gonna keep fighting these guys because it makes Susie even stronger, plus free experience. Oh, 2 of them this time. So they're trying to get freaky with it. Yeah, we need 5 AP to do this. I see the problem. Alright, so, I mean, you might as well just tie 1 of them up. Keep him busy. I hate that you're immune to poison. Ah, it's not that bad. Well, there's no reason to stack up poison, basically, so we might as well just take him out. She can't use the stun anymore. She shoots for 35 damage? Good lord. Okay, more Menudo Geodes, and Susie gets even stronger. We are slowly clearing them out here. So this can't possibly land the kill, unfortunately. Maybe this time we should actually just crank on this then. See how much damage we do with a single swing. 16 to 17. It's not that good. What gives us AP? One of these. One of these gives us AP. Yeah, sniff some smelling salts. And then go for the fan attack. I mean, it works pretty well. And then we'll go for the lasso. And then we'll just smack him. Susie is basically going to crush him, I think. 33 damage. Yeah, that'll do it. 30 experience. No, they are getting reduced, just slowly. And now 3 of them, admittedly, we might be starting to get into some kind of nasty territory here, but we're going to try regardless. So drink that up. Take some smelling salts. Get the extra AP bonus. And then go for the fan hammer on the strongest one, which is this guy. Now, Susie is not going to get a kill. So she should go for the stun on whoever has the most mysticality or moxie, in my opinion. And then we just basically go buck wild on this last one here. We should be good to go. 3 is not a problem, but only because we're actually able to land the fan hammer to begin with. If we run out of smelling salts, which is about to happen, we're going to be in trouble. Still 3. Still 1 container of smelling salts, so we've buff ourselves. Take the smelling salts. Then fan hammer the highest HP. Take him out. All right. 32 damage. Well, I mean, let's think it through logically. She's not going to get the KO because there's no crits. So, if she goes for the stun, we're going to get hit once. And then twice on the next turn. So, like, 1+1. Because this guy will be dead next turn. If she goes for the attack, we'll get hit twice, and then probably once next turn anyway. So yeah, the lasso will save us one hit. Not that it matters, because again, you heal fully after every fight, but... yeah, you know, I'm probably overthinking it, but I think it's good to establish best practices early, just so we have kind of like an idea of where we're going. You know, when things become more challenging in the future, which they may well. Should be the KO here. Alright, so she became stronger. You know what? Maybe that's a good time for us to leave. And I'm thinking, we'll head back to dirt water for now, because we have needles, so we should be able to help out with the piano player. But for now, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Spent all of our money, but got a lot of great skills, and we're like an offensive juggernaut right now. If you enjoyed the episode, well, hey, consider picking up West of Loathing for yourself. It's available on Steam, and of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Click the like button if you're enjoying the episodes. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, partner.